I just realized I forgot to click the record button. Good thing I didn't get too full. Okay, quickly. I accidentally didn't hit the record button. I got some stuff from Fan Gamers, Sans, Angry Eye, Hot Dog Tag, Octodad, Magnets in Hand, Coolio. Didn't miss much, just talked a little about Sans being pretty nice little plush. Ugh. Everywhere on the shipping. Shipping's been a nightmare a lot. It's been very annoying to get. Basically, it's sad that the offer to get free shipping is a selling point at this point for a lot of these places. Because they, like, a lot of the limited companies are just, oof. They're charging so much for shipping now. Now, here's what I really want. Now, if you all watched me do Deltarune Chapter 1, I really like Wesley's design. He has a very, very soft scarf. What I actually thought was interesting is his glasses aren't actually a part of the plush. They were in their own separate container. They're actually glass frames. They don't have glasses in the frame, but they're an actual frame that they put in a little cart. That was a nightmare to get out, by the way. And they got a little thing between his ears, so they fit on him just nicely. And the hat's magnetized on his head. You can take it off and put it back on. So, hat hangs on with magnets and that. It's pretty decent size, too. It's a lot bigger than most plushies. I mean, look at a PS4 case. So, he's bigger than a PS4 case. He's very nice material. It's not the same material as the scarf. The scarf is so much softer than the rest of him. But Fluffy Boy, I wanted that for quite a while. Let's sit right there. Anyway, enough of plushes. I'm sure a lot of you want to see a lot of the games, of course. Games up the glow. So much PS4, some Switch, some collector boxes and things. So let's get to it. So let's show off some generic stuff here. So let's see. Ukulele, the Impossible layer for $10 from Walmart was something I got. I don't even have the first ukulele game. I basically just been waiting to find it cheap, but I heard Impossible layer was pretty good. That was like $10. Like I said, I'm always a sucker for something on sale, so I was like, fuck it. Let's see. Now here's something I kind of regret buying, because I'm not good at Mega Man games. Like, I love the Legend games. I'm good at those, but all the other Mega Man games, I basically suck. No, that I basically suck at them. I suck at them, not the games suck. But, it was $10, and I was like, you got the bell on me. You got the bell on me on that one. This is one of, Nicoya. This is just some kind of dungeon game. It was one of those exclusives. I honestly don't know much about it, but you know. Just jump and shoot. What about the platforming? Now, some of the limited one stuff. Way Forward games. Way Forward's awesome. I remember when they announced this game, I immediately asked, are they going to do a limited edition? And at the time, they said no plans at all. But as you can see, they did cave into getting one. It's supposed to be like a cutesy little platformer. If it's anything like Shantae, I'm sure it's fun. Let's see, some Black Friday stuff. Man-Eater, this was like $12 at Best Buy. Oh. Battle. Let's go ahead and head over to the battle real quick here. We'll go ahead and get started. Let's see how we do here. Ooh, look at that, unit's just bursting through there. Ooh, took that cam pulled out real good too. Let's see. You got the most, so go ahead and Go ahead next. Nope, only got one choice. Here we go. Wow, that has a fucking 209-minute cooldown? Well, that I wasted that. I should have saved that for like a boss or something. Okay. Swapping back. See, I'm generally not that interested in NES era franchises that start console gaming with the SNES. I find 8-bit graphics hard to get into for me. It starts becoming appealing in SNES. I like some NES games graphically. It just kind of depends. I can understand, obviously, if it's an era you didn't grow up in. Like, I played Ultima 1. Like, if you look at my really old playthroughs, I played through Ultima 1 a long time ago. And I edited in a lot of music because the game had no real music at all. So I added in some Final Fantasy music and a few other themes in it. I do definitely think most people find it hard to get into a graphical style that they didn't grow through. Because honestly, Ultima 1 just looks very especially when it comes to a lot of its gameplay mechanics. They are super ungodfully outdated. But hey, that's one of the, big old granddaddies, so what did anyone really expect trying to go back play something that old? But, I like a lot of 8-bit games. But I grew up playing a lot of NES games, so... But, anyway, back to where I was, though. Man-Eater, got for like $12 at Best Buy for Black Friday. I heard this is a very janky open-world game where you play as a shark. That idea is awesome. Though, admittedly, there was a PS2 Jaws game that did something similar, so... But I heard this is pretty fun if you like janky games. See, I grew up on PS2, so I find it pretty dedicated that I can go back as in SNES. Well, that's good. Let's see, AFAIK Europe was quite fond of microcomputers like Commodore and the Amiga. NES wasn't that big deal as... Yes, my understanding watching people like Larry Bud Jr. and, what's that one guy who's from Portugal? I can't say. From people who are in European countries that have YouTube content, like, my understanding, yeah, Nintendo didn't do very well for two big reasons. It was godfully expensive in Europe, apparently. And then the other thing is, apparently, there were two versions of the NES, and they weren't compatible with each other. You had, I think it was Mattel that first licensed it. If somebody licensed it from Nintendo, and then Nintendo's like, fuck you, you're doing an awful job, and they did it themselves, and their versions of those stuff isn't compatible, to my understanding, which makes it a fucking mess, I would imagine, to collect NES shit from Europe. But, moving on again, more Black Friday. Persona 5 Royal is on the table now, boys. It's on the table. And it's shiny. I wish I'd had the Steelbook, honestly, but I only got the giant limited edition of the original. I don't need another giant thing. But I was very tempted to get the GameStop Steelbook for an extra $10, but I was like, no, I shouldn't. Just get the game cheap or that. You always spend a bunch of money. You're probably gonna spend money on the two super bosses of the protagonists. Atlas can go fuck on themselves. I'll be salty about that forever. That they made those two super bosses DLC. I'll always be salty about that forever. You've heard it here first. Let's see. This is another limited one games. It's from that mobile company. So, some of these games that you have are pretty nice looking. This one looks a little below some of the previous ones I got, so, but, you know me. I'm scared of the scarcity. Gotta make room for the 300 hours of Persona 5 Royal. Oh, Lord. We'll probably do like 100 hours, but I'm not going to go like super crazy with the social links like I did with the original. I'll probably mainly focus on the new social links and the party members and then do some other side stuff. But I'm not going to go batshit crazy on the social links and Royal if we go around to that. Let's see, this was a limited one game. Dark Quest 2, I think it's supposed to be like a dungeon crawl like Diablo. I'm not really familiar with it, but I keep looking for that Diablo 2, that game that'll dethrone Diablo 2. It's like, for some reason, nobody can make it. And of course, I heard they showed off Diablo 4 stuff at the Game Show Awards, which, I heard they're gonna bring back that, the first boss of Act 1 of Diablo 2 as, like, a main focus for the story. And they, like, completely redesigned her. It's like, oh, Lord. The fall of Blizzard. Yeah, let's see. Shadowgate. If you're not familiar with Shadowgate, it is a very torturous point-and-click game where you die constantly. That's Shadowgate in a nutshell. Now, if you've watched me for a lot of my pickups, you know there was an 8-bit collection that Limited One did that had Shadowgate and like 2 other games, but they were based on the NES version. That is a complete remake with updated graphics and everything. It probably has some new stuff too, and I bet Dennis is always looking right here while I'm talking. He's probably just focusing. It's like, I'm sure he is. But, I did actually get Trails of Cold Steel 4. It was on sale as a deal of the day at GameStop yesterday. It was $39.99 brand new, so I was like, sure. So all I need is the second one. I'll have all the Cold Steel games currently. That's another big franchise I'm going to have to use a lot of time to get into. Let's see, some more Limited One stuff. The Mighty Switch Force Collection. This is basically the first time these have became physical ever. The only other one, I think it was the first entry. I have a PC version that has one of the Shantae games and Mighty Switch Force games. I believe this is 4 games. Yeah, there's four of them on this, so it's a very nice collection. Yeah, you did say you was playing it. I know you were playing one of them, at least. Okay, maybe I didn't remember it was 4, but I know you was playing, because you did live stream a little bit on YouTube on 2 occasions. I got to watch one, and I believe I had a notification for a second time, I think you were streaming, but I didn't catch that one. Let's see, no Limited One, missing. Oh, this is a good game. I believe this is actually by the guy who made, oh, what's that game with York? Deadly Premonition. I heard this was, pretty good, but I'm pretty sure it's by the guy who made Deadly Premonition, so if I'm remembering correctly. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see, another one from the mobile company. Looking at, this one actually has kind of okay sprites. Has looked like a basic turn-based experience. Man, I tell you, that company pumps out so many mobile games. Now Black Friday, A Plague Tale of Innocence. I got this, I think, for $15 off of Amazon, I believe. I heard this was pretty good when it came out. It's, how to describe it? Kind of a survival from plague? I only seen a little gameplay of it. I didn't want to get spoilers. But from what I saw, it looked pretty good. Then, now this one actually goes to this. So, this is Mother Russia Mother Russia bleeds. Okay. I couldn't remember if Mother Russia is bleed or bleeds. Mother Russia bleed. This is a special reserve. And it has, what's weird is it comes with an extra case with a different cover art. Because, see, the game's actually in there. It has a thing of stickers and stuff. But it also came with this weird plank. Kind of odd. Not really sure, but I guess. This is a beat 'em up, which is always exciting in my book. I'm always excited for another beat 'em up. Special Reserves has a pretty good catalog of games. So, I've enjoyed pretty much every game I've gotten from them so far, so... Let's see. Let's show off a few other things. We still got a whole another stack of PS4 stuff. So let's show off Moon. So, you know, we played through Moon. This is the Japanese version, if you didn't watch me play through it. Very lovely game. It has the inside artwork that I believe was the booklet artwork for the original PS1 game, I think. Not too familiar with the case for the PS1. But no English on the case itself, but, well, it has it on the spine. But I do want to show off what's interesting about the Premium Edition. Now, this is the only way to get this physically on Switch currently. Though I wouldn't be surprised if Limited One does a thing with them. Because they already did it for... Let me get it over here. This game, which... Originally, I wasn't aware was actually from them. But this is an Onion Games game as well that Limited One did with them. So, there's a very good chance they might do that. But anyway, so the big thing with this... you do get a mini soundtrack. You get a little booklet. It's not really much in it. You get a nice little soundtrack, which actually has artwork for a picture that's inside the game. Which, normally you could only access this by data mining the original PS1 game. Because the big version of it was never used within the actual game itself. You get a nice little letter that has these artwork cards. I think these are completely new artwork, but I'm not 100% sure, but they are very nice. They have Japanese text on the back. I have absolutely no idea what they say at all, but they're very nice. That actually kind of reminds me of like Paper Mario though, for some reason. I think that's all of them, yeah. And a very nice envelope too. This was, I do want to reiterate, if you're interested in this thing, this cost $80 to buy, though. So, if you didn't like when I streamed it, I would say just wait for a standard version, because it is very expensive. But this is where most of your money's going, in this giant art book that has all kinds of sketches and text. It's mostly sketches. There are a few pages of text like that one page I just had. But there are lots of sketches, concept, and you can see a lot of designs of characters before they got their finalized version. Let's see. Yeah, there's a few characters in different designs, though. There's a few characters that didn't even appear in the game. But yeah, if you really like this game, this book is very nice. It has a lot of good sketches and stuff from it. But is it worth $80? And that's not counting the PlayAsia shipping or whoever the hell you buy it from shipping. Because good luck getting this for free shipping. But that's be how it is. Probably get that way. But it's very nice little... I do like the box too. It kind of, you know how Spoonie talked about, I think it was Ultima 7, I believe, where it was like a solid black box with the logo. Kind of get the same vibe with this a little bit. Obviously, it has a little bit more pictures on it, but they're still very simple and undetailed. It still gives that kind of mysterious vibe to it. It kind of really makes me think like that, yeah? Yeah. But yeah, if you don't mind the exorbitant price of the limited edition, I really did like this game. If you want a silly point-click game that's in an RPG world, I do recommend Moon. But obviously, I understand it's a very expensive price. Probably better to wait to see if Limited 1 does a version. But of course, you're risking this selling out, though. Which is why I bought it. I was kind of afraid if they didn't. Oh, crap, I left the little out. Yep. Yep. Yep, whoop. Whoop. Good job, me. Get that in now. Okay. Then let's see. This is something I bet Pad will recognize. This finally came out, actually, I think, about 2 or 3 months ago. I think it's mostly sold out. I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to go to the site. It was, again, at least as far as I remember, it was exclusive to their website. I haven't even opened it yet, but I've never owned this in any form. I believe the original was a GameCube game, wasn't it, Pad? I'm pretty sure. It was a GameCube game, I think it was. But, yeah. This is, if you're not familiar with this, is a shmup game where it has light and darkness. And the idea is that you switch between light and darkness to where the bullets, get affected differently. I can't remember if you just immune to them, absorb them, or if you can shoot through them. I don't remember exactly, but there's something like that. Dreamcast and GameCube? It was on the Dreamcast? Okay. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with it. I've never gotten to play it, so this is the first time I've ever bought it, ever. Now, it says it has some kind of model kit inside, so... But it's not incredibly thick, so I can't imagine it being anything too amazing, to be honest. But maybe one day we'll try that out. Then we got quite a few Vita things hidden around here, too. Bunch of PlayAsia stuff. The last frontier for Vita exclusives. PlayAsia. Let's see. This is a soccer game. Not really familiar with it. It's a budget game on PSN, so it's probably not anything too amazing. Because, let's see. Is that one? Yeah. That company right there. They do a lot of cheapo games on PSN. And so, they're not like all bad, but they all varying they're very varying qualities of life. Vita means life. If only. More like death, sadly. But hey, I can tell you a lot of people probably are going to make a lot of money when they sell the Vita shit in like 20 years, probably. I swear, the Vita is the modern Dreamcast. It's going to be so fucking outrageous for a lot of these games. I'll be shocked if they become cheap as shit. I really would be shocked, because I highly doubt, like, anything but sports shit, which was barely exist, because EA and that, you know, basically skipped the Vita outside of, like, 1 or 2 games. So, I'd say, like, 80% of the library is probably going to become pretty pricey in the years to come. Awesome P Collection, this is 2 games, it's a indie platformer. I hear this is actually not too bad. Now, sadly, this is Vita and Wii U. Wii U is going to be kind of subjective. I'm sure there will be a few titles because there's always going to be a title that's going to be that elusive, hard-to-get title. So I'm sure the Wii U will have something, but the question is, will it be a lot or just one or two titles? I think the Vita is very more likely going to become very well. So sadly for me, when it comes to this game, though, is one of the newer limited companies. Here's something funny. What was his company? Prime Games, I believe it was called. I'll have to look it up here. I think he called it Prime Games. Let's see. What did he call it? I'm trying to remember. Let's see. I know I interact with him with, yeah, Premium Edition Games. That's what it was called. So, what's interesting about this limited company is it was started by a guy who collected limited games. What was his name? Can I see if we tweeted him? He's a big Nintendo Switch deal. JP Switchmania is the one of two people who founded this company. So this guy was a big collector, and he founded his own limited company. So the second game actually has this and two other games in it for the Switch. So I'm likely going to use this as fodder for either a trade or sale or something. Hopefully it becomes valuable. It's a Vita title, so it probably has potential there. But yeah, I find it, and I keep making jokes about it's like, limited games are becoming so expensive that now people are starting their own limited games so they can get money to buy more limited games. That's honestly what it feels like. I'm just gonna buy more limited games with my new business. Maybe Breath of the Wild on Wii U will get a little bit pricey in the future. That's because Twilight Princess on the GameCube is considered superior than the Wii version. Most people consider Breath of the Wild superior on the Switch, so that's going to probably be, even though it was originally being developed for the Wii U, most people consider it superior on the Switch. Where Twilight Princess was considered superior on the GameCube, because for one thing, it didn't reverse the whole game and change what hand Link used his sword. And the other reason is because of motion control shit. Though, to be fair for Twilight Princess, the motion control was pretty fine for it, honestly. You could aim and you just waggled. You didn't have to be so precise in your waggles with Skyward Sword, which is a criticism that game gets a lot, which I haven't played, so I can't really contribute to that. But, eh. Anyway, going on to more Vita stuff. Chasm. This is supposed to be a no waggle waggle. This is supposed to be a Metroid game with rogue elements, where the dungeon is randomly generated. I've heard kind of mixed things about it. I watched somebody do a critical review of it, and it's supposedly received a few updates since then, so it's supposed to be obviously better. But I've heard it's okay, so this one's not really one I'm in a shameful, I caved in because it was limited. Oh, my wallet. Let's see. This one's some kind of text-adventure, oh, not text, but like a visual novel-esque kind of thing. I don't really know anything about this one particularly. I do actually follow the dev of this, and yeah, I know. Devil. But I do actually follow the dev of this. They do a lot of visual novel type things. Far as I know, this is one of their first physical game copies of their game, so pretty nice on that front. But I'll be honest, I don't really know much about it, so eh. And then this I hear is really good. Ironically, though, I actually bought this on the PS4 as well, so I don't know which, if I want to keep the Vita. Oh, that's kind of, they got the sticker wrapped around the box. No, why? Can I get out of there? There we go, wobbling in. Wobble in. Now it's getting stuck under. Come on. There we go. It'll flatten out. But I got the PS4 version of this too. It's somewhere in this pile. As far as I know, yes, it is supposed to be something like a Genesis side shooty type game, I believe, if I remember correctly. It doesn't have any screenshots on the back of that. Let's see if I can find the... Let's see... No, it's actually top down, but yeah, it's a very retro looking game. Screenshots are really small. So it's top down. I believe it did get a cartridge released too, if I remember correctly. But I'm not really into... Well, I thought it was like Contra, but like I said, apparently it's top down, not side scrolly, so apparently I was wrong on that. I can't know everything in the world. There's too many games, damn it. But yes, I'm pretty sure this also got a Genesis cartridge. Though, I like I said, I'm not really in the repo type stuff, so this was better for me. Now, if I remember correctly, I think I bought this first, and you know, it sat there in pre-order limbo forever, and then Strictly Limited Games, which is a European company, did this, and I forgot about it being on the Vita, so I'm like, oh, yeah. It does say 2-player on the PS4, and it does say 2-player on Vita as well. So yes, they are both cooperative. So I'm probably more inclined to keep the PS4 version, because the Vita version will probably be worth money. So, again, this will likely turn into money fodder. So, whip. Because I gotta pay for my addiction. I gotta pay. I gotta be able to fund it, man. Gotta fund it. Gotta pay for this stuff, man. Anyway, let's look into a few of these Switch goodies here. We've been going through a lot of these limited things, so let's save a few limited stuff. Let's go into some Switch stuff here. So this was the one game I got from Fangamer. So you might be like, you already own Stardew Valley on the PS4. I know. See, I really need to try... I need to pick something that would sell quickly and, like, get, like, a field trial of how eBay works and try selling some of it. I know I've been needing to, because I got several things I do need to get rid of. And I obviously don't want to just throw them into the wind. I'd rather try and get something out of them of that. But I just don't have a real experience selling something online, and I'm always iffy about like going into something like that with no real experience in it. So, but I do need to try that. I do need to do that. But anyway, you might be like, you already own Stardew Valley, so why the fuck did you buy it on the Switch? 2 reasons. One, this is up to date. All the other physical versions are highly outdated, so this is the most updated, and it is updated to co-op. Now, you would probably say, well, that's kind of pointless because the co-op's online only, but Stardew Valley on the Switch has a minor positive, though. You can play co-op, to my understanding, through the consoles being near each other through Wi-Fi. So, you can technically play locally as long as everyone has a Switch in a copy, not necessarily physical, but a copy of Stardew Valley. So, when it comes to the future, this would be the way to play the co-op, since there is no physical version that has co-op offline. It's online only outside of that. Oh, battle. So let's get to that real quick. Let's get to the arena, everyone, and let's start this war. Battle on! Yeah, we got a few enemies all around us. Yeah, the ones in the front got took out, though. Goblin over there, and then just a few frozen dinosaurs here. Yeah, that didn't last long. Let's see, ooh, only one thing to give out. Who got the most kills? Flip, you had the most units on, so I'll give it to ye. Okay, what do we got for the next battle here? Nope, can only keep going forward on this one, so start it up. Got quite a few units all over the place. Let's start up here in the corner. Because there's less units up here, so if we, like, slowly knock them out while the reinforcements are coming, hopefully we don't get completely surrounded. Hopefully. Swappy back. I'm liking having the little stream waiter thing now. A nice little interactive thing, I think. Anywho, so Panzer Dragoon. Now, I'd rather have gotten this on the PS4, which they just announced they're gonna do a PS4 version now, which I'm kind of pissed off. Several companies, Special Reserve Games and Limited One, have been doing this dick move thing. Well, here's the Switch version, then like 3-4 months later, oh, here's the PS4 version. It's like, I mean, at least tell people if you're going to actually do that so they don't buy a... I'm not going to buy the PS4 version, though. I would rather had it, but I'm not going to worry about it. I was kind of iffy about getting... Is it? I heard it had some performance issues. Though, I do remember Limited One said that they were going to try and have the update patches on the physical version, but they never really guaranteed it. I'm a bit sad that the shooting feels different. Yeah, I've heard that, and there were a few other issues I've heard about it. But I heard they were fixing it. I don't know if that... I think not. Well, there's that, to be fair. I mean, I could see in the future I'd get more use out of the Switch portability, because I'll probably get like an extra Switch for using portably down the road, probably when price goes down some. Because let's be fair, there are shitloads of Switches out there, so when it comes to the used market, like when they become the old thing, I think there will be a GameCube effect with the Switches. Because, like, isn't it, like, currently now the most sold console Nintendo's ever had? So, but anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna get the PS4 version. I would have waited the guy because of trophies and that, but not the end of the world. But like I said, like Des said, and I heard a few issues with it, so but I was iffy about getting this, mainly because I have the Xbox game, which has a emulated port. I'm not quite sure if it's pure emulation or if they recoded it or whatever, but you do get the original Panzer Dragoon in the I'm trying to remember how it was pronounced. It was like OET something. I don't know. The Xbox Panzer Dragoon there. But you can unlock the original on that, and I've played through the original that way, so I'm kind of like, but Orta, yeah, thoughts. But yeah, I kind of caved. I was like, fuck it. I was like, just buy it, just do it anyway. Now here's one we'll never see on Twitch ever. For you people who want to vote games, this will be a no. You can't vote for this on Twitch. This is a no. Now this is weird because this is actually a PlayAsia, what are they called? The East Asia Soft, which usually, I know, but still, you know how Twitch is. Twitch is random. So this will probably, I'll probably do a video on it for YouTube, but this is weird because East Asian Soft basically works with PlayAsia with all this stuff. But for some reason, this game was done through a European company called Funbox Media, which, if you go to their website, is absolutely terrible looking. You would be amazed to even trust them. But it is an actual site, and as you can see, they shipped out products. Please, people customizing. And see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. They are random and inconsistent about the rules. Anime waifus, banned. Customizing your cyberpunk dick or playing Last of Us with a full body sex scene, A-OK. You wanna know what I call that? I call it hypocrisy. But sadly, I don't own Twitch or want it, so I don't really get much outside of my opinion. So I definitely agree with you that it's obviously hypocritical, but not really much it can do, sadly. So, but this is a shmup game where you uncover pictures of waifus. That's pretty much it. I'm not gonna show off the back just in case. It also has these cards that I'm not gonna show either. They're in the slip cover, but it also comes with cards of the artwork. But what's interesting about this physical version, because as far as I understand, it's not in the digital version, is there's uncensored versions of the artwork that you can unlock in the game. Now, Europe is a lot more lax on, like, nudity shit. Like, they had PS2 games that had full-body nudity in, well, PS2 graphics, but there was, like, a Sims game that was on the PS2 in Europe that was very no-lighty for having just nudity in it. But, which I would assume is why they worked with this company, because it's European. So I would imagine that's why this happened, but it's just such a weird events to have this thing exist. So, but yeah, I'll probably do a random YouTube review kind of video on it, but yeah, I don't think we'll show it on Twitch because Twitch is too trigger happy to ban people these days. So maybe one day we don't have to be afraid of that, but. You know, we live in 2020 where the dark ages are kicking in to ban everyone. So, eh. Though, that's interesting that you know people are doing that in Cyberpunk, though. That's ridiculous that they don't get in trouble for that. It just goes to show you how hypocritical they are. Because, like, when you look at the terms of service and all that crap, it tells you that, like, as long as you don't focus on it, you know, you just quickly go through it and continue on with the game, it's fine. But if you're, like, sitting there focusing on it, it's like, yeah, ban that person. Yeah, I mean, I mean, they're banning even big people. I mean, what's that one guy they just randomly banned under... Like, the conspiracy theory is they banned him because they wanted to get out of the contract of giving him shitloads of money. What's his... Dang it, I can't remember it. I don't watch his content. I know of him because he's done several things, but I'm not a viewer of his content. I can't remember. But yeah, the conspiracy theory was that, like, they had this contract with him. Dr. Disrespect, that's what it was. Dr. Disrespect. They had, like, a contract with him, so the conspiracy theory is, like, just ban him from the website and we'll keep our money that way. And, as far as I know, they never really told what the hell happened with that, but, I mean... Twitch obviously does not favor the creators, they favor themselves, and obviously try and win favor on social media, so not a good time to play risque games on Twitch, sadly. But anyway, another way forward game. This is a really bizarre game. You can play in co-op or single player. What's weird is you use the two Wii, not the Wii remotes, but the Switch remotes, and you like angle the controllers to move around in the game. And that you play as these little vitamin things that are trying to help people's immune systems and stuff. I haven't really watched anyone's gameplay of it because I didn't want to spoil it, but it looks like a fun little wacky game to play with someone. I don't think it has online. No, you can play it locally in that, but no online. Not really shocking, but I seen the opening for it, look nice and everything and that. It's Way Forward. Way Forward makes good games. I'll trust Way Forward. Speaking of more limited stuff, Super Whale Games, Yes Your Grace. I heard this was a award-winning indie game. I'm not really familiar with it. I'm trying to remember what kind. I think it was supposed to be some kind of strategy management game, something like that. Not really familiar with it, but you know, compulsion. It's limited. There's only like 1,000 copies. You better buy one, or it'll be like $5 million on eBay. I gotta really control my compulsion more, because there's way too many limited companies. Like, one company I have been, this is a very old pre-order, so I just want to throw that out there, but Red Arts Games, specifically, I've been very selective on getting many of their newer titles, because they haven't been selling out fast. They're very slow in selling out. I think only 4 or 5 of their titles are sold out. It takes a long time for many of the titles to reach that. And they've been having sales and stuff. So I've been playing more the waiting game on anything I'm really interested in. But there's several titles I plan on not getting. He's got to control his compulsion, he says, as he has a giant table covered in video games that are within, I don't know, like a month or 2 of purchases. But, yeah, this was a Red Arts game. Yeah, they're mostly cheapo games. I mean, to be fair, at least for Red Arts, like, they stay in, like, the $20 range. They're not going into, like, $39, $40, like Limited One Games has done on a lot of their titles lately. Which is... Limited One, like, look, I love... Doug's an awesome guy on Limited One, but, like, I really think they need to be doing a few things better. Like, shipping, like, they're such a big company now. They should be at least offering some kind of deal for long-time people, or cheaper shipping when you buy so many things. I mean, like, NIS offers you free shipping, or GameStop offers free shipping, Amazon... Now, Amazon's a big corporate, but I mean, like, GameStop and NIS can offer free shipping when you pay, like, $50, $60. Red Arts. Here. But, Red Art Games. They have a few okay games, but they're very... they're definitely a very mixed bag. I wouldn't say they have a very large, high-quality amount of games. They have a few interesting ones, and some really rotten ones, like Creepy Road, and it's like 8-bit Dungeons or something. They're like awful. They're very awful. You know, technically they could, because some publishers, I know there's a European publisher that sells their American versions through Amazon themselves. I mean, technically they could when you really think about it, but I'm sure they'll probably say, like, it costs them money somehow or something still. I don't know, it's just... it's just an iffy thing. I mean, I understand it costs some money, obviously, to ship stuff, but I'm just saying, when you're selling a bundle, like, they always have a bundle of whatever's releasing on that Friday, and, you know, it's everything. One of everything. And it's usually like $200+. You mean you can't give free shipping to even that? If anything, they charge you more shipping because it's so much stuff. It's like, come on. Like, I think there needs to be a threshold of so much money spent equals either a discount in shipping or free shipping. Because they're a giant company now. So, I don't think that, like, I love Limited One at the same time. They've released tons of great games physically and shit, and Doug is an awesome guy to talk to on Twitter. But I really think you need to step up, especially when the shipping's becoming such a problem with a lot of companies. It's a good way to move yourself in a, like, oh, well, we're offering this benefit now. But, you know, that's just my views from, as a purchaser, but, eh. Anyway, moving on! More Black Friday stuff. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Some people say this is the best Fire Emblem game ever, and some people say it is casual garbage. I don't have an opinion on it. I know Aaron told me it's his favorite Fire Emblem game now, so if that means anything. Aaron loves Fire Emblem, so I do have to say that that does give it some... I don't really have an opinion on Three Houses. Obviously, I haven't really watched anyone because I don't want it spoiled, obviously. I did get shafted price-wise on this. I got from Best Buy and Amazon later did a slightly lower, and then GameStop did lower. And I was like, shit. Because no, it wasn't Amazon, it was Walmart. Walmart and GameStop went lower than... I believe Best Buy was 35, and Walmart and GameStop went to 30, and then GameStop went just a little lower on some of the Switch games. I think Three Houses was one of them for actual Black Friday day. So I got shafted on a little bit of money, but not a like tremendous loss of money. But still, when I bought from Best Buy, I was kind of like, I don't see it going lower than $35. I'm like, let's face it, it's not gonna go low on that. I'm surprised at how many Nintendo games went down for Black Friday. That's probably one of the few times so many Nintendo first-party games went down for Black Friday. Not very common. Womb Factory 4 Special. This was originally a 3DS game, so it's kind of weird seeing it getting a port on the Switch, but hey, that probably makes it nice for the touchscreen capabilities the 3DS version had. So, it's dungeon crawling RPG stuff mixed with Harvest Moon, if you're not familiar with Womb Factory. I've actually never played any Womb Factory games. I've played several Harvest Moon games, but I've never played any Womb Factory, so it'll be interesting to try this. This will be the selling point on whether I want to go and get a lot of the older titles. I believe they're all on the DS, aren't they? I think all the Womb Factory games are on the DS, I'm pretty sure. The DS and 3DS, so... Now here's an expensive one. I was originally like, nah, but then PlayAsia did a slight deal on it, and I'm like, This is three games on one Switch cartridge, which is kind of amazing, because these were all PS3 games, and it's all their DLC. So this was an Asian exclusive, but it's all the Dusk trilogy, I believe. Yeah, yeah, the Dusk trilogy from the PS3. So I didn't, I don't think I had any of the Dusk games, but this was expensive. Yeah, I know, it's kind of amazing. It's like Dragon Quest XI. It's like, how did they fit that on the fucking cartridge? Well, I'll tell you how they fit on this cartridge. It's $80 fucking normally. I got $10 off, but this is a very expensive game. But like I said, unlike Moon, though, you're getting 3 games and all the DLC, so there's a little more justification with this one. But yeah, I imagine they probably used the biggest cartridge available for this thing. But yeah, it's the whole Dusk series. And there's also a bunch of quality of life, like there's a fast forward and one feature. What, could you not run from battles in the original games? That's kind of the one feature. Unless it means running in the overworld. But you would still think that would be in the game anyway. But yeah, there's like a fast forward mode and stuff in it, so it's supposed to be the, you know, the complete version of all 3 games, so. But very expensive, like I said. And while on that, I got the Switch game that came out. This is the European version. This was cheap. It was like $10 on sale on PlayAsia with it. So I was like, well, I might as well. I don't really care if it's European or American, really. It's, as long as it has the same stuff on the cartridge, it doesn't really matter much. So, but I own a few different titles of these, but I've never played any of them yet. So I've always been kind of mixed, because I'm not really a fan of alchemy elements. So no, actually, I take that back. I did play one of them. It was a PS2 game, I believe. I didn't really dig the alchemy stuff. But, you know, that was a long time ago. Things change, you know? I didn't like a lot of shooting up kind of games, and I played through all of Cave Story, so God bless Ouijan. Yes. Thank goodness Ouijan lock shit is dead, and hopefully it stays that way. Ouijan lock shit should never come back. It should have died so long ago. It should never fucking come back. Should die and remain dead. Anyway, well, let's save this title and let's give Xbox. Oh yeah, that's a music track for that one PS4 game. It was a bonus. Yeah. Anyway, let's show the Xbox One some love. That system wadding on the shelf. So, if you don't know how GameStop Pro is working currently, every month you get $5 credit that you can only use for that month at GameStop. And I've been basically using that to get basically a free game from GameStop for the Xbox One, because so many of them are like $4.99 and under. So when it comes to that, the last 2 months I got these 2 games here. Quantum Break from the creators of Alan Wake. I really liked Alan Wake, and I was so sad that this was an Xbox One exclusive console-wise. So, yeah, very nice. Sadly, not the original artwork. It's the shitty extra stuff that they put in, but yeah. I don't think I'll ever get used to how they have the disc tray on the other side on Xbox One. That's so weird. You spent years and years and years always with it on the right. Now it's on the left. But, excited to maybe get to pop that in one day, hopefully. Hopefully. And then the other one was Gears of War 4. $4.99 as well. Got for free using it. So, yeah. Yippee. Now for Black Friday stuff, Best Buy sold Gears 5, not Gears of War 5, but Gears 5. I don't know why the fuck they dropped the rest of the title, but one of the best games on the Xbox One era. I heard this was garbage, I heard. And Best Buy was selling it for $4.99 brand new. So I was like, well, that's a hell of a deal. But if that says anything about the quality game, I remember a lot of people, like, for example, the team that made this apparently took out smoking in the game. A mature-rated game about a bunch of muscle-bound gun chainsaw lunatics. They took out smoking, which always had smoking in it. And then, of course, there was other stupid stuff that I'm sure you can guess. But I haven't played the game, obviously, because, you know, it's sealed, so. But I don't remember hearing a lot of people saying this was particularly great, so not really shocking that it was sold so cheap. And then a Metroidvania game. Now, this is the sequel. I do have the original. I think, yeah, this was the sequel, I'm pretty sure. I have the other one, whether it was the sequel or the original or that. But the disc is weird. I need to get it buffed. If you remember when I was getting stuff from Pink Gorilla, there was weird marks on it. They weren't like necessarily scratches, but it wasn't necessarily something that came off with a cleaning cloth. So I'm not really sure, but they gave me a refund for it and just let me keep it. So smoking makes MPA movies all. But oh, it's a mature-rated game. There's lots of games. I mean, like, doesn't Dojima and Persona 4 smoke? I mean, it's not like some new thing, but yeah, Metroidvania. Here, it's very beautiful looking game in that, and they just came out for the Switch. So if you're interested in these formerly exclusive games for the Xbox One, they're both on the Switch now, which is probably a really good way to play it, but you might get a little more graphical fidelity out of the Xbox One versions, maybe. Haven't really seen any reviews for the Switch versions, but, you know, obviously these were cheaper, so. And then I went and got Gears Tactics. I heard it was okay. It was for sale for, I think, $25 or something. MPAA what? MPAA what? I said MPA? Smoking makes MPA movies all. I think I said MIPA for some reason, though. I think, but either way. But I think it was $25 there, but this was originally a PC exclusive, oddly enough. But I heard it's pretty nice. I hear it's plays a lot like XCOM, so. And I think it's supposed to be a prequel to the Italian series, I think. I think it's supposed to be like the start of the invasion, I think, if I remember correctly. So, might be a bit interesting in that. Might be a day to try that out. Let's see. And then let's show off this shiny little hidden game here that I'm very happy to get. I'm sure several people will recognize this. It's a cribbed version of Shadow Hearts, the first Shadow Hearts. So now I have the first and the second one. This was $78, so I did pay a little bit, but it is lower than what it went for, which is usually like $100. So I still got a nice deal on it. There is a wee bit fading on some of the cover, but hey, it's an older game. Just having the disc in good condition is like thankful enough for a DVD disc. So, very happy to get this. I just need New World, and I'll have the complete Kadalka series, which includes the 3 Shadow Heart games. I heard these are wonderfully weird games, so I really like the Kadalka, and I know the Shadow Heart series doesn't play like Kadalka, but it'll be nice to see how the story continues in them. Hopefully, I can get around to it sometime in my life. And let's show a few random little goodies. So, I guess since I showed these off, I might as well show this. So, if you remember a very, very long time ago, there was this limited company called First Press. And let's see, yeah, there. So last year they shipped out New World, a whole New World, and they released it as a 3 bundle, which included Shadowbug and Castle of Heart. Now the bundle obviously gave you cheaper shipping because they were all shipping together instead of separately, so I bought the bundle. Even though I have a whole New World from Limited 1 games on the PS4. I was like, well, I could probably just sell that and keep the other 2. And then the Corona shit happened. So, initially they shipped those out separate, and I got it a very long time ago. And because Corona happened, they've had delay, and they finally shipped out the other 2 games of the bundle. And they didn't charge extra or anything, but... And what I really like about this company's game so far is they come in these awesome looking slipcovers. Now, we've already tried Castle of Heart. They're a little hard to get out, but they're very nice slipcovers. Oop, battle. Let's go ahead and switch the battle screen. Ugh. Let's go ahead and give it a start. Looks like they're splitting up the forces here. I guess that the advantage to that would be not having being completely swamped. But are they going to be able to all hold out? I don't think we're going to make it. Yeah, that one paladin's getting wrecked. Press F to pay respect to the fallen allies. Thank you, Gwym Gillis. I'll just call you Gwym if you don't mind. Well, sadly, on a loss. Let's see. Now, I've never lost before, so you can start a new map or keep playing. Now, I'm assuming if you keep playing, it uses a Wii token. Now, if you start a new map, I don't know if it just refreshes this map. Let's see what happens when you do restart. Okay, so it will skip this chapter then. Well, let's give it another try then, shall we? So sadly, see, you can't go backwards or anything. So it pretty much... Well, we'll give it another try. What level are these? One. The ones up there are pretty low level. Oh, there's less enemies this time. Yeah, there's vastly less enemies. So, I guess they made the map a little bit easier. Okay. Let's swing on back. The MPAA changed the name to MPA, Motion Pictures Association, no longer with the X-Ray. Got dropped out of the name. Oh, that's probably because they needed to put a C there for China. Ha 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 ha! Anyway, sick born, right, everyone? But what I was saying before though, these are very nice slipcovers. They have this very nice embodied, like it's actually pressed in gold and everything. They're very nice. And they're doing a picture thing with the spine too. So if you like a complete collection, like that'll probably become a very nice image of that. But they have a few other releases that haven't got released yet. But so far, now I got 3 titles. I haven't opened Shadowbug yet. But the collectible gimmick they have, well, a lot of these companies have like postcards. No, that's fine. Well, we're all here talking about Nording it up. It's all cool, man. We're all good about talking about stuff. It's all cool, no problems. But anyway, so, you know, a lot of these limited companies have this whole thing with cards and stuff, and I haven't really showed off a lot of the cards in a while, because there's so many of them, and most of them are pretty generic. What's interesting about, and I've showed these off when I got the last game, but like I said, that was a long time ago, so some of you might not have seen it, but their gimmick is they give you these collectible coins. Now, the bundle, you get 2. You get the bronze and silver version of their coins, and then there's a gold one that comes with the bigger limited edition, which obviously I don't have interest on getting bigger shit, but interesting idea. And you can open these up and get the coin inside if you can actually get them out of these death traps. So it's an actual metal coin. They're very, very nice. And they don't, at least in my opinion, haven't really like jacked up the price considering them. But yeah, it comes with all their titles. If you get them, it's, I believe if I remember correctly, if you get it standalone individual game, you get a bronze one, and if you get the bundles, you get the bronze and silver, and if you get the big fat limited edition, you get gold. Now the dick move there, as you might have realized, means you actually have to buy, at least at a minimum, the bundle and the big box special edition if you want all 3 coin colors, and they all have different artwork. It's not like the bronze is just the same thing silver-wise. They have different artwork on them. Yeah, see, that one has some mean little thing on it, and then the silver one has some kind of little bunny thing on it. Oh no, a bug? Yeah, it's actually a bug. I thought it was a bunny head or something at first. But, so if you want all these coins, you have to buy at least 2 different kind of versions of them, which is kind of bullshit on that. You think if you were buying the big box version, you would get one of all 3 coins, but, you know, apparently that's not a thing. But anyway, I do like the coin idea, though, because all these other companies are doing cards and postcards. It really makes them stand out. They're very nice, like I said, but not really my kind of cup of tea, really. But, like I said, a nice little extra. Now, some might notice there's a little envelope here. You might be like, oh, look, it's a little DS cartridge. Must be worthless, right? Right? Well, no. This is not worthless. Pad should know what this is, because I've talked to him about it. But it's Shimitense 4 Apocalypse, which has became insanely expensive. We're talking, this thing is selling between like $80 to over $100 cribbed. Ridiculous prices. What the fuck is going on? I think somebody's lost their mind. Because this game didn't sell well. Like, you could get it for like 19 bucks. It's not the McDonald's cartridge. I keep getting recommended that video. I don't know why. But, yeah, it didn't sell well, and it was going for like 19 bucks, so I just waited a while. And, like, sometime this year, scalpers decide to buy them and then fucking charge outrageous money. Go to eBay. Good luck finding this under, like, $80. Now, you might be like, what did I spend on it? It's obviously loose, so I must have gotten some kind of decent deal. I paid 45 bucks. I got lucky. And what's interesting, it was a buy it now, not a bid. It was a buy it now. Now, I did a lot of checks to make sure this was legit. As far as I can tell, it's a legit cartridge. I don't see any telltales that it's fake. But, obviously, I was suspicious of that. Now, to be fair, there are some people just trying to get some money, because, you know, some people don't have it good right now doing these corona stupid shit going on. It does... I am deeply sad it's loose, but it's like $120 cribbed. It's like $120. That's crazy to me. I'm like, holy shit. I mean, I would have loved to have it cribbed, but that's just so much money. That's so much money. That's just tons of money. Ow. It just hurts my soul. Like, it seriously hurts my soul. Well, you know, it's up to you. I mean, that's obviously there's people buying them. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised considering it got jacked up. There's a good chance it'll probably just keep going up like many Shin Tensei games. So, honestly, like, anyone who's interested in Shin Tensei games on the PS2 and up, if I was you, I would be buying them if they're affordable right now. Because they are slowly vanishing. Apocalypse vanished. It's tons of money. The second Devil Summoner game on the PS2 vanished. It's like $300 fucking for the American version. I don't know. I heard Hackles is pretty expensive now, too. I've heard most of the 3DS Shin Tensei games are up there now. Nocturne, the Digital Devil games on the PS2 are still available. Now, Nocturne obviously has some subjectivity towards it with the newer version coming out, which I heard launched terribly in Japan. I heard it has horrible performance issues, so hopefully they fix those, so it'll be nicer for us in America. I have the limited edition of 4, and I bought Hackles as well. So, I have those both complete, brand new. But yeah, I'm just saying, if you have any interest in the titles, I would look into the ones that are still affordable, or still in stock, because I would say they're getting to the point where they're gonna be gone, and they're gonna start going, because seriously, a lot of prices have gone bonkers crazy on 3DS shit. There's a lot of 3DS stuff that's going skyrocket right now. So, I have both the Strabsy ones. I actually have the original DS version and 3DS version of the first one. And I have the 3DS version of the second one. Now, the second one, I just waited after they did the first one, because I was like, they're going to redo it. I know it. They're going to redo it. And they did. And I was like, boom, there. And I got a deal on the second one, too. It was also heavily discounted, so... I don't know about now, though, but when I got it was, so... but yeah, Apocalypse, I was so surprised it just went... It's just like overnight, went through the roof. It was ridiculous. Crazy. Let's go through some more PS4 stuff. Actually, let's just start with this, as you likely been staring at. So, Crosscode. This was a indie game that I have followed for quite a while. It has a very nice aesthetic that some people have compared it to a number of classic retro titles like Chrono Trigger and such in Super Nintendo class. It's very nice. I've tried to avoid spoilers for it for basically years. Like, this is something that's been available on PC for quite a while, so I've been really doing as much as I can to avoid spoilers for it. Now, this physical version, as far as I understand, is going to get an American release, but at the time when I ordered it, it had no release planned at the time. This was... Okay. So, Strictly Limited Games has a side store where they call it the partner store. Yeah, you better be lying. But, they have a partner store. Yeah, I was like, you better be lying now. I'm gonna have to drag you over the Persona 5 coal mines. They have a partner store, which is a stuff there can go to retail in Europe. Strictly limited games is a European company. So I was like, well, that still technically means I have to import. And their store, you get a steel book with the game. So I was like, well, if I really like it, that's definitely going to be a nice with it. So I'm definitely excited to give this one a try down the road, hopefully. Let's see. Then, of course, Streets of Rage was a limited one title. It wasn't part of the mainline entries. It was a publisher. It's kind of the same thing that Strictly Limited has, where it's a partner store thing where they're selling it through their store, but it's not part of their numbered collectors collection shit. But I don't really give a crap about that. You know, I'm here to get fun games, hopefully, and you know, I just have that paranoia of scalpels fucking charging too much for something I miss. So that I hate that. It is a paranoia that has became too linked to many beloved games these days, sadly. This is very nice. I like it. I believe they still have Switch copies of this available on Limited One if you're interested in it. We were just literally playing it today, and I played it on another weekend. Very nice. Look forward to doing a review for it. It is a beat 'em up. If you didn't catch it at the beginning of today, definitely recommend it. It's I think it was like $8.99 digitally, so it's even a decent price digitally. So another game, we finished this last weekend, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. I'm going to be working on a review for this, probably come out next year, because I want to have the last review for December be Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, and obviously this Monday will be this pickup video, so there's, you know, lesser days becoming available, so this will likely be for next year. But I will have some interesting things to say about this, good and bad. Yeah, next year's coming on up. It's coming up. But this was very fun. But some of the selling points, like the faction system, I have a lot of criticism with the quote-unquote faction system in this. But for a VR zombie game, though, this was a big step up over Arizona Sunshine. So, very nice, but still has some issues. And don't get me about that ending scene! We only went over that when we were playing it. King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match, Limited One, SNK thing. SNK's been doing a lot of stuff with the older games with Limited One. Now this was a Limited One game as well. Pig Eat Ball. It is like some really fucking drugged out looking game. Could be good, could be bad. It's kind of hard to say. But I certainly can tell you from looking at the back, it looks fucking weird as hell. So, I think somebody smoked some Japanese drugs for this one. Let's see. This was another game ran through the Limited One store, but not part of the limited numbered set. And it is a visual novel game. You may recognize the company there. They make a lot of anime visual novels. Focus! But I don't really honestly know anything about this particular title, but I know about some of the other titles they've worked on. So it has very nice looking art style, so hopefully good. Definitely need to pick another visual novel to play through with that. And then Tales, some more Black Friday stuff. So Bandai Namco had a big thing on their official website where they had a bunch of their titles for like 10 to 20 bucks. So I bought a bunch of $10. So I got This is the one where everyone was pissed about the female lead character, wasn't it? Or was that one of the other titles? No, that was the one with the Z's and I'm so out of modern Tales games. that was the one with the Z, wasn't it? I know there was one that had a lot of controversy in Japan because of how they handled, like, the female lead and then did some, like, bullshit DLC that literally pissed fans off so much they were actually trying to, like, do some boycott thing in Japan. That I can't remember. It was either that one or the other one. I don't remember which the two it was. But, yeah, $10. I was like, I don't have it, $10. Now, of course, when I was quite a good Tales games, I thought. You liked it, that one? Cool. I only have experience with the older ones. Most modern ones I've played were on the PS2, and I like the older ones. Now, I haven't played ones after that era, so I'm not really as familiar with the newer ones. That was the game before that one? Okay. Now, what I am excited about is Vesperia, the complete definitive edition. Don't look forward to the wonky voice acting problem that's in this. Like, I don't... Correct me if I'm wrong, if I remember correctly, that certain voice actors didn't reprise the roles, so they had another voice actor do the new English lines while keeping the English lines of the original voice actor. And, like, those, like, overlapping problems, like in combat, sometimes you'll hear the two voice actors overlap the lines and shit. Not the end of the world kind of thing, but kind of a weird, like, you would think, like, you would just have the new actor do all the lines or something. But I guess that was too much money. Wow, Grace F? You know, you do realize Tales of F was originally a Nintendo Wii title, right? That's an interesting history, that one. I remember when that came out in Japan, there was such outrage at how broken it was that they recalled all the copies, reworked the game, and then made Grace's F on the PS3. Or was it called Tales of Grace and the F was the add-on? I don't remember if Grace or the F was the add-on, but the original version was a Nintendo Wii. I wonder how much that's worth. Because they recalled the copies of that. That's probably actually kind of expensive, possibly. That could be a valuable Japanese JRPG game, which is pretty rare, actually. I don't know if that's accurate, but considering they recalled it, that actually might be a pricey title to get the Wii version for Japan only. We didn't get the Wii version. We got the PS3 reworked version. Played Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube and Vesperia on PS4. That's all the older titles I played, but Symphonia I played in like 2019. I have the original Symphonia on GameCube. I still need to get the sequel, and what I want to do is get the PS3 collection that has Symphonia in the sequel, is what I want to do. Because I believe that also has like all the special content shit stuff too, right? I think. So I've been wanting to get the PS3 collection of those two titles. But yeah, it's very nice to get this. I actually have Vesperia on the 360. And it was actually getting a little pricey before this came out, so I have that. I have the European version. That was originally called Tales of Destiny 2 in America, if I remember correctly. But, I really need to get to a lot of Tales games. You know, Tales, Phantasy Star, like, you know, I have a lot of Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy under my belt, but there's a lot of other franchises I don't have a lot of stuff under my belt and stuff. But I've always been told Vesperia has been considered like the best modern Tales game. So this is a very beloved game in the fan base. So this one is definitely one I look forward to trying. Because I've always heard great things about Vesperia. Mixed things about other ones. Yeah, that was kind of weird when that was trending on Twitter. That was a odd day, wasn't it? Ooh, we're almost done here. It's only been an hour and 28 minutes. I don't have a problem. I don't have a buying problem. Anyway. So, Sword Art Online, I don't even know how to pronounce the subtitle of that, but it's one of the newer titles. I think this one I also got gypped a little bit on Black Friday money, because I think Namco had it a little cheaper later on. I got it on Amazon for a different price. So, 2 titles I got a little gypped on. Now here's one I'm sure Dennis is excited to see in my ownership. This was a heavily Black Friday title a lot of people wanted to get for $39.99. It is the version that has the art book and the slipcover, so it's very nice. I've been hearing great things about this game. So, and when the Video Game Award thing happened, and Last of Us 2 got Best Narrative, I've seen so many people just like, what the fuck, this game should have got it! Fuck you, Last of Us 2! So, seeing tons of people scream that this should have got Best Narrative makes me feel very, very hopeful when we get around to doing this title. Which never you can vote titles with your points! Moving on. Was $9.99 Earth Defense Force 4.1. The Shadow of New Despair. I believe, if I remember correctly, this is technically the second Earth Defense Force game. It has more missions and shit, so that's why I bought it. It has technically an expanded story. Isn't it a graphic novel? It's kind of it is a story type game. I'm not, like, obviously I've been avoiding it because it being more narrative, spoilers are even worse to have for it. Dennis has been playing it, so I think that's a better question for Dennis, but it is a narrative-driven game. But if there is any kind of actual gameplay, I'm not actually sure. Again, I'll leave that to Dennis to answer, because he's playing through it, so he might even be done with it by now. He likely has a vastly better idea how to answer that than I do. But I've been hearing great things about the story, so definitely look forward to trying that. Older titles, Super Bomberman R, the weird day will... Oh. Wait. 13 Sentinels. Don't you remember? You were just like, ooh, I'm playing this. At least that's what I remember. But yeah, Dennis is likely a vastly better person for that question. But as far as I know, yes, it is very narrative driven. But it's by the people who made Dragon's Crown, so it has that art style. Not the exaggerated body types that Dragon Crown had, though. Story driven. So, if you have any questions, I would point those at Dennis, though. But anyway, Super Bomberman R. This was originally a Switch title. This was when Konami decided they were starting to do, yes, vanilla well, where they decided gameplay is a strategy tower defense. Ooh, that's interesting. Now I'm more intrigued. But, this was back when Konami only had, like, Metal Gear Survive and Pachinko machines. So, there were two amazing things when this came out on Switch. It was like, oh yeah, and if I remember correctly, Pat said he didn't like tower defense now that I think about it. So, you might have just shot the sale for that for him with that. It's like, oh no, oh no. But yeah, everyone was amazed because not only obviously Konami releasing another game, but something from Hudson Soft. Because if you remember, Konami bought Hudson Soft and then they basically threw all that shit in a vault and never touched it again. So it was like, oh my god, they touched the Hudson Soft game. So I thought this was an okay game, not like amazing, but definitely not Metal Gear Survive, which the only selling point to that, for me, was zombies, and not Metal Gear. It's like, ignore Metal Gear, anything mentioning Metal Gear, and just pay attention to zombies, and get the game cheap, and it's okay. But, like, a lot of people way harsher on Survive than I was. But, yes, I do miss Hudson Soft. Hudson Soft did a really fun game I liked on the Nintendo Wii. I can't remember. It's where you like played as someone like this kid has a shadow whipped out from him. It's a really interesting puzzle platformer, and it has a very convoluted and left in the air vague ending in that. But that was like one of the last games Hudson Soft did before Konami bought them, which was a shame. That Hudson Soft had lots of fun, arcade, interesting titles and shit. And Konami bought them and basically really did nothing with them. They did this and the TurboGrafx Mini, which I don't. How did the TurboGrafx Mini even do? I've virtually heard nobody talk about it. Like, I remember when it was announced, but hasn't it came out? I'm pretty sure it came out by now. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. Oh, the pal's getting smaller. Let's show off one more limited edition thing. So this is a non-limited company limited edition that was getting discounted at Best Buy and everywhere. Now, as far as I understand, this version was only available from Amazon. Best Buy had a smaller version, but this was like $19, I believe. So I was like, sure, I'll bite that. It's cheap. It's supposed to be a weird RPG where it takes place at like a theme park. It's weird. I don't know. It went away, didn't make much dust. At least it's a TurboGrafx and PC engine all in one. It came out, went away, didn't make much dust. Well, I guess it wasn't bad, because if it was bad, everyone would have talked about it. So I guess it must have at least been okay, I guess. Let's see. Let's show off a few other random non-game goodies. These were from Fangamer. These were also part of their Black Friday sale. And they're very nice keychains. They were only like $3, and they were very nice. So I was like, sure. So this one is in cool looking. It's not from any particular game. It's supposed to be inspired by Chrono Trigger, but it's a very nice looking key. I liked it. $3. Then a Legends. Oh, we got about back to the field. Swinging on over. Let's take a good swing, eh? Got a few people down there. Oh, oof. Somebody got blasted down there. He got land blasted. Wasn't that time, but there were way less mobs, though. Hey, let's see. Let's give it to Gwym. Gwym got 17 assists, 4 kills. Though technically, Crazy got more kills, but I'd say with a lot of the assists helping. Because assists keep people alive, so we'll give it to Gwym. called Split. And I probably should see if I can upgrade. Let's see. There are any tank scrolls for sale? Yep, there's some. Use a little of that gold so we can level up the tank. Make him level 5. Hey, now we got a split. Both silver, both 3 difficulty. There's a loyalty chest right there, though. Though technically I get option if I go this way still. Plus, technically... There's a chesto over there. I wonder if you can just keep going up that way. Let's try that. Okay, let's go in. Let's see what we got. Let's start down here. There's a few... Well... Let's start over here, because there's only a few mobs really there. Try to lower them out. So we'll go ahead and put right there. Okay. Swap me back over. Anyway. You swap region on menu and you get the Japanese game. Oh, really? So you get both catalogs. Really? That's very nice, actually. Oh, you're very welcome, Gwen. Obviously, I want to try and also spread. What I think I'll do when there's 2 items, because sometimes there's 1 and 2 items. I obviously want to always award the one that helped the most. And try also balance it between kills and assists. But I think if I get a second reward, I think I want to try and like have that more around the mid-range. So I think I want to try and have that a little bit around there. So, moving on. So, got a little Legend of Zelda key necklace. Very nice. $3. And then I got another keychain, which is the shield logo. $3 again. So, very nice. I was like, I need a new keychain. And having one out of metal is much nicer than those cheap wobble things that whip apart it. So. I really like that one keychain all the way open, though. That one I'm definitely slapping on my key wing, though. Another Namco game got for $10. It's supposed to be a narrative game. I've seen it discounted for like $20, so getting it for 10, I was like, it's 10. What more could you really ask? I guess for free, but yeah, you know, reasonable. Okay, Blair Witch. Now this game, Good Boy Pack and Halloween skin included. Good Boy Pack. But this is a survival horror type game. I hear it's pretty janky, but I heard it was interesting because you have a dog companion in it. I've heard very mixed opinions on it. It was on sale on Best Buy, I believe. I don't remember how much. I think it was like 15 of that. So I was like, you know, I like some survival horror games. It just kind of depends a bit. So I thought I'd give it a try, and then I'm sure somebody's always eyeing this. This, I was shocked, got Black Friday. The Steelbook Edition for Best Buy for $39.99. I know a lot of people were disappointed that this didn't win any awards at the Video Game Awards show. People were pissed. I don't think I've seen so many people so bitterly pissed at the Video Game Awards as this year. Like, I don't... There's always, like, the small collection of people that think some awards were wigged and shit. Like, I don't necessarily think it's wigged. I just think it's just people being more favoritism. Well, let me know what you think about this one. Sadly, I still need to get to the older Yakuza games, which really saddens me. Here's what I want to know about this game, actually, Pat, if you play. It's always wigged. I think it's just wigged with subjective people who pick games. Yeah, that's basically my opinion. It's just shills. It's just shilling. Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily wigged in the way where there's like, here's $500. We're going to win, right? Like that kind of wigging. I just think it's just corporate advertising kind of thing. But yeah. Here's what I want to know about this game if you play it, Pad. Do I need to know prior Yakuza games? When you play this, let me know. Because if not, then I'm probably going to play it and just not worry about playing the other ones. Because I'm really interested in the RPG shit in this. Because the idea sounds awesome as shit. But I'm worried, like, I need, like, some prior existence, so... I just feel like it's just corporate shilling and not necessarily just a simple, here's a bunch of money, we win, right? Like, yeah, you know, more traditional wigging imagery. Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of references, but I mean, like, story-wise, is it like, oh, I've seen so much of the gameplay stuff, it's so awesome looking. I think I'll love it. I think I'll be like, man, it would be so sad to play the other games because this is what I want them all to be like. But, which is kind of sad because I heard a lot of people actually were pissed about the gameplay. But, like, I don't know, is it, like, directly connected to the main Yakuza storyline? Is it its own storyline? Like, I obviously would expect references, but I don't know, like, how ill-connected to the main Yakuza games it is, if you get my drift. But anyway, Limited 1, Outer Worlds, indie game. Don't really know too much about it, honestly. You know, Limited 1 Games does tons of indie games, so... Oh, it's the 7th entry in Japan? Really? I thought it was more of a spin-off thing. I didn't even know that. Well, shit. Well, I guess next year I'm going to have to get to the Yakuza series, and I guess I'm going to have to amp it up then. Oh, look. Another entry from you-know-who. But, yeah. Let's see. Does this one look, kind of has a PS1 kind of vibe to it. Man, what is that? Like 5 games I showed off in one showing from them? Good lord. I think they're making these games faster than I can buy them. Okay, so here's my experience with Yakuza. It's a perfect entry for West Sense new story and protagonist. See, I don't even know what characters from the other games even show up in it. I know a little bit about some of the characters in the other entries, like the guy with the eye patch. That dude's like a living fucking meme. Here's my experience with Yakuza, Dead Souls. There you go. Now you're probably like, what? So, the reason I tried Dead Souls is because it's not canon. It's a what-if other universe kind of thing. So, I was like, well, technically I wouldn't be necessarily missing much then, because it's not really canon. So, I tried Dead Souls. But I've never played any of the other Yakuza games. So, I do have them all, though. I have... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have every version of Yakuza. Oh yeah, and I got that on Steam. You bet I bought, well not bought, but I made sure to claim that. I didn't want to miss out on that. How much you want to bet people have code things for that now that it's delisted? They're like, $200 for the code or whatever to claim it. And let's see. Last Switch game. This is supposed to be a mix of some story, River City Ransom and stuff. I hear it's okay. I don't know a lot of people have talked about it. I think the idea of it's like more of a bigger expansion of the kind of concept River City Ransom. But I don't know much about it, but it is supposed to be a bit of a beat 'em up with some more story elements to it. So I like River City Ransom, good game. And then I bought this collection of PC stuff. These are throwaway, but this Dragon Wing thing's like a cheap, like Elder Scrolls-esque game. It was $3. Like I said, it was cheap at Walmart. I have a weakness for cheapness. And just, you know, limited ones, black and white, pink magazine things, not much crazy though. Though interesting with this one though is they did a kind of poster thing. Kind of reminds you like of old retro posters. Then this one I think also, yeah, not necessarily a bad idea. Kind of reminiscing of posters. I know the Genesis and Super Nintendo had some posters like that. So, and that's it. That's all the stuff. So.